Well, here we are at the very epicentre of the Frank Warren empire, and here's the very youthful-looking Frank, who's been at the top of his game in boxing for 25, 30 years, seen pretty much everybody off, promoted, managed just about everybody. Frank, it's been all right, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride, but it's been good fun. I enjoy it.
Very hard question really to answer, but if you could maybe name just a few of the most exciting times that you've had, the most exciting boxers, the sort of the standout moments in all this time.
Bloody hell. Boxers, Frank Bruno winning a world title, and I think in his 4th attempt. Nassim Hamid, final at Madison Square Gardens. We did a great show there on his debut. Ricky Hatton winning a world title, Costa Zoo, bringing Joe Bogner back, which was great fun, great laugh. Nigel Benn, Gerald McLennan, tragic fight, terrible tragedy, but an unbelievable fight. So much of it over the years. Amir Khan winning a world title. I've sort of been involved with most of the guys over the years. Joe Calzaghe, you know, I think one of our greatest British fighters, undefeated in his whole career. So yeah, I've been involved with some exciting fighters who've been involved in some exciting fights and promotions.
And over that time, the game obviously has changed in some respect because life changes, but in other respects, I guess it's pretty much the same sport.
Yeah, I think a good fight's a good fight, and a quality boxer will always be a quality boxer. What's changed in our sport is the broadcasting element of it. You know, when I started out, there was just one channel broadcasting TV, and in fact, there were only two terrestrial channels interested in sport, which was BBC and ITV. And then over the years, we've got Sky and we've got Channel 4, Channel 5, Sky platform. I think there's 600 channels on that now. We've got Virgin, BT are just coming into it this year, so it's all quite interesting, and makes me as a promoter have to look at other areas and other ways to get our products onto to the fans.
And I mean, you must be getting on, even though you don't look it, because I mean, everybody else seems to have come and gone in this business. You know, I mean, you go way back to sort of the days when people like Mickey Duff used to dominate the sport until you came along, and you know, right back to the 70s and the early 80s, of course. So you know, you're still here, Frank, and you even got shot, for goodness sake, and you're still here. So you've had a lot of highs and a lot of lows and a lot of battles over the years.
Yeah, well, I think, you know, being a promoter is a bit like, in some ways, being a boxer. You're battling outside the ring, you're working hard to make the best deal for your boxer, you're working hard to make put together a great promotion. It's what the nature of the sport is. You know, we all battle in the sport to exist and to move forward. And I think in this economic climate we're in now, it's been even tougher and more difficult, but then it sorts the men out from the boys, I think.
We always tend to look back with rose-tinted glasses. We always think it was better in the past than it is in the present. You know, we look at the heavyweight scene and we shake our heads and think, oh, it's not like the 70s. We look at the middleweight, superweight, and we think, oh, where's Hagler and Hearns when you need them? What is the state of boxing right now?
It's in a good shape. I mean, you know, you mentioned some real big names there with larger-than-life names, and then you look at the Forbes rich list, sportsman's rich list last year, and the two highest paid athletes on that list were both boxers. Manny Pacquiao was second, and the leader by far was, number one by far, was Floyd Mayweather. And Mayweather only fought once. And then you look at all those American footballers and basketball players, and you look at David Beckham on that list, nowhere near him. So the sport's still there, people still will pay their hard-earned cash to watch the best in action. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, if you've got a great fighter and a great fight, people will come along and buy it. In this country, it's I think the grassroots level is very, very strong. But overall, and we've got fairly decent heavyweight division. But overall, if you look at around the world, it's just the whole dynamics of the sports change. You know, where it was always American heavyweights, where it was always, you know, the best fighters were always Americans. That's now not the case. And you know, the prime example is, I think that, you know, the Americans haven't won a gold medal in the Olympic Games since 1986. They didn't win any Olympic medals from the London Olympics last year. The fall of the Soviet Union and all the different Eastern Bloc countries all becoming their own territories produced a huge influx of Eastern European fighters, and Eastern European heavyweights seem to be dominating and are dominating the sport.
From a British point of view, wasn't that long ago where we had Ricky Hatton, and we had Amir Khan, and we had Carl Froch and before then obviously Joe Calzaghe and David Hay as well. Quite a few world champions. It doesn't seem as if we've quite got that batch of world champions now, but I guess you're going to say there's a few just knocking on the door as well.
There are 3 world champions in the country, and there are a few knocking on the door. And David Hay, I think, is about to announce he's going to be fighting soon. Amir Khan's back in this country for the first time for 2 years on the 27th of April, which is going to be broadcast on Box Nation. Mayweather fight's going to be actually on as well. We've got that for Box Nation, but there are some good young fighters out there, some good youngsters who I think are going to come through. I think they'll do well for the sport. And the Brits had a great Olympic Games. I think they won quite a few medals, won more medals than they've ever won before at Olympics, and it'd be interesting to see what's going to happen with those guys. And I know that, and I thought it was quite a statement. The amateurs are now saying in the Olympics, no more head guards. Going back to the old days, that tells you something. So hopefully these guys now are going to get some. You can actually see them, and they actually develop a character rather than being blue corner and red corner, and you can't actually see who they are.
Now you've been under attack, supposedly, in the media's reported by other promoters, and you've lost 1 or 2 boxers. Not the first time, and it won't be the last time. But certainly, I've been reading always just the demise of Frank Warren, part 27, mind you, because I've been reading this. The demise of you is rather like the exaggeration of Tom Sawyer. But nevertheless, you're still here fighting, and you don't look like a man under attack.
Every now and then somebody comes out of the woodwork. It's happened over the years. All these guys have had money had money into it. Roger Levitt, Panos Eliades, Lennox Lewis were promoters. Nassim Hamid went into business when he left me with Barry Hearn, and they were going to be promoters. Ricky Hatton was going to be a promoter. Audley Harrison was going to be a promoter. It's happened, but where are they all? They all disappeared. And we've now got Sky who put their money behind somebody, and we'll see what happens. Time always tells. Me, I just get on with my business. I don't really care about it. I've always been in control of my own destiny, and that's where I am now. We've launched a TV channel. We've done to launch a TV channel that's now breaking even in the toughest economic climate this country's seen, certainly in my lifetime. I think is a bit of a statement. And we're going from strength to strength. We're launching an HD channel this year, so we'll have two channels up on the platform. We've now got an app, so you can watch it on your phone or your computer. So things are looking good. It's not going to be easy. It's tough, but it's tough out there for everybody, and we're all living that in that environment. Countries are going bust at the moment. Banks are going bust. Well-known high street stores are going bust. But we're in there. We're soldiering on, and hopefully delivering what the fans want, which is a good quality fights, and that's what hopefully I'll continue to do.
And who should we be getting particularly excited about over the next sort of year or two?
Well, I think Nathan Cleverly, who is a world champion, I think he's going to become big news. I really do think he's going to go well. Liam Walsh, who's boxing on the 20th of April at Wembley, I think he's going to go from strength to strength. We've got some great youngsters coming through. I think are going to develop into some good fighters. We've got some good names there, and I believe with a little bit of luck and the right guidance, they'll get there.
Okay, Frank. Well, good luck. Keep on going.
I'll do my best.